This is Pat Muncy with the Kokomo Lantern, and welcome to It's Your History Too, brought to you by the Howard County Historical Society. This is a podcast as part of the Kokomo Lantern Podcast Network. You're watching the first episode, and I have with me the Executive Director of the Historical Society.
I am Ann Shaw. I have worked here as the Executive Director for a little over a year. I started in November of 22. The nice thing about working here is I live just down the street, so I say that I can walk to work. It's 3 blocks, but I really don't.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I just get up out of bed.
I used to, and now I can't.
Yeah.
But you know, it's all good. This is honestly the best job I've ever had, is what I tell people. But what I would like to do is talk about the Historical Society and kind of what we do. We have been here in the Cyberling since 1972. This is our home. We actually have 4 buildings on our campus. As you might know, we have this mansion, we have the Elliott House next door, and we have a carriage house behind each house. And our offices are in the one behind the Elliott House. You can stop by and see us anytime, Tuesday through Friday in the office, 9 to 4. And the museum is open Tuesday through Sunday, 1 to 4.
Right.
So,
You just reopened on February 1st.
we did. We are very excited about that. We have Christmas at the Cyberling in December, which is our biggest, huge event. If you haven't been, please come in December. We are already planning. We already started planning for 2024. So it's a huge ordeal.
Okay, so you take that month off to bring all the decorations down, but also set up the exhibits for at least part of the year, if not all the year. Is that
That's right. We take out a lot of stuff for Christmas so the decorators can get all of their great stuff in here. So we are closed the month of January so they can get all of their stuff out. We can do some cleaning, put some of our stuff back. And then we always open on February 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now that you're open, by the time people watch or listen to this, what is the big display this year?
So we have some exhibits that we have had for a couple of years that I will mention. We have our Curator's Cabinet of Curiosities. I think I said that right.
Sounds good.
Okay, great. We have our standard exhibits. We are in our Pioneer Room right now that talks about the history of Howard County, the Foster family, and the Native Americans that lived here. We have kind of a newish exhibit. Sorry, and we're going to have to do that again.
No, we're going to just keep going until we get it right, and they get to watch it all with us.
Oh, Lord. Okay, the Howard County African American Revealed exhibit, which is kind of staged throughout the mansion. So it's not just one place. You kind of have to walk around and look and see those different exhibits.
And this isn't just for African American History Month. This is a year-long thing because their history is our history. We're all in the same history.
That's right. It's actually right next door to us and a couple different places. We've really been trying in the past several years to focus on diversity and telling more history than what I like to call old white men.
Well, there's a lot of them around. I might be one of them.
Mr. Jones.
But how difficult is it to come up with certain items in African American history? Because obviously society did everything they could to marginalize an entire people. Do you have some difficulty getting a hold of good information on African American history in Howard County?
I was not here when we started that. I was on the board, but I did not work here. I don't know that was really an issue. We have a really amazing African American community here in Kokomo. I know we had an oral history committee at that time, and they worked with that community to get a lot of stuff that we have in here, those stories and the history. We have a great hat display in the walnut bedroom.
See, I would love to see that.
Yeah.
We'll have to go through and take a look at those. Yeah.
So you can look at the hats, and then you can turn around and look at the hair.
The hair wreath?
The hair wreath.
Oh, the hair wreath. Okay, yeah. Anyway, we're going to have to show that just to get it out of my system. But that's just one of a huge number of incredible artifacts that the Howard County Historical Society has. Is there a particular one that's on display this year that you would say is your favorite?
We still have, this is going to be very macabre, but we still have a child's coffin in our curiosities room.
I thought that I was weird for the wreath. She likes dead people too.
Well, I used to be an archaeologist.
Oh, I thought she was going to say she used to be a dead person.
I don't think so.
Hope not.
I don't know. No, but I find that stuff very interesting. And, to me, it's very interesting to talk about mortuary practices, how people dealt with their dead relatives and community members. So it's a chance to look at something that people don't usually get to see.
Sure. I'm going to cross promote. Turns out that we have a bit of an expert on mortuary science. You can watch their podcast. It's called Body Bags, brought to you by Rose and Geiger, City of First Cremation. That's part of the network. Make sure you watch that too. But then come back and watch this again, because it's been so much fun so far, right?
That's right. Exactly.
So again, the hours you said are Tuesday through Friday?
Tuesday through Sunday.
Tuesday through Sunday.
1 to 4. And I will mention that we are staffed in the mansion by volunteers.
Oh, okay.
So all of our hosts are volunteers that have, they take their time out of their days and come here. They love it. They love being here and sharing the history. We are always looking for more volunteers.
I was going to ask that question. So
Yeah.
how would you volunteer with the Historical Society?
You can walk into our office. You can call us, call the office. You can email us. And then we have a volunteer application that you need to fill out. And then we will get in contact with you and put you to work. And it's not just hosting in the mansion. We have all kinds of things that people can do.
Really?
They can work in the office, or they can maybe help on the grounds committee, help with artifacts, do some research. There's a little bit of everything for everybody.
Wow, well, there you go. And if people have items of interest or artifacts or information that they would like to share with the Historical Society, how do they go about doing that?
Again, they can just walk in. We do kind of prefer that you call ahead, so we are prepared. But we love people walking in and showing us their stuff. We can't take everything, unfortunately. We focus on Howard County and Kokomo. So if you have something that has a good connection to our local area, then we would love to see it.
All right. Well, she's being serious about that. Your history is all of our history. It's your history too, and that's the name of this program. So keep that in mind. If you have a great story to tell, if you have an artifact that you'd like to share, or if you just like to comment on the things that you see on this podcast, please get a hold of us. Right now, you'll go through kokomolantern@gmail.com, or you can get a hold of the Historical Society on all their social media, or give them a call, or even stop in during hours, because we'd really like this to be an interactive show. I hope that you'll find something in every episode that you find interesting, and I know it's not going to be me. So I hope they're really good artifacts.
The best. I mean, we have the best. So.
Well, I think so, at least for Howard County. Some of the things that you're going to see in upcoming episodes, we're going to talk about the electric cars. We're going to talk about some historic first restaurants here in town. We'll talk about a pretty historic family that like to bake some bread. Those are just some of the topics in the upcoming episodes. I hope that you tune in. Remember that this is the It's Your History Too podcast, brought to you by the Howard County Historical Society.